against me. Like I was injured, I was having a 2 weeks injury, I was having an hamstring problem, and I just came back last week from an hamstring problem. I played like 20 minutes. This on my first game coming from the injury, and my second game we were yesterday. I started and I played 45 minutes. At the end of the first half, second ball, me and the defender went on, and like I pulled a little bit. I felt pain in my ankle, and I told the coach that it's better that I come out of the game and save myself for this coming Sunday because I have a tough game playing man who is the champion this week, who are participating in the champion league. So that coach, if I play in a strong league, I started for my club yesterday, and the coach that coached me, he's very smart. He will not start somebody who is unfit. He will not even start.
This was our plan to get a draw here. And we take it, trust me, with our spectators, we'll be more motivated than this. And you see, we're coming down for 2-0, and you speak volume to South Africa. And yeah, we made mistakes, we came back.
And what did you say at halftime and even towards the end?
I feel relaxed. Do not worry. Pound against the gut. You're going to pressure, you should accept the pressure, and then move over. And move over. And that's what we play.
Do you feel perhaps they underestimated you as well?
I think they did, but they will not do it again. I told them yesterday, we cannot compete, we're going to defend our country.
And that's a fighting spirit inside the Liberian team.
Of course, this is a new generation now. We are no more underdogs in Africa. This is a message to the world that Liberia is coming back to itself. We produce the world best player. Pound against the gut. You're going to pressure, you should accept the pressure.
One hour, we are here waiting. We are here to tell the boys for LFA, because I will do anything to allow us in. You are frustrated. LFA is nothing. You are zero. One hour, we are here waiting. We are here to tell the boys for LFA, because I will do anything to allow us in. You are frustrated. LFA is nothing. You are zero. One hour, we are here waiting. We are here to tell the boys for LFA, because I will do anything to allow us in. You are frustrated. LFA is nothing. You are zero. For LFA, because I will do anything to allow us in. You are frustrated. LFA is here to tell the boys for LFA, because I will do anything to allow us in. You are frustrated. LFA is nothing. You are zero. We are here waiting. We are here to tell the boys for LFA, because I will do anything to allow us in. You are frustrated. LFA is nothing. You are zero.
It is 5 minutes after 1 o'clock in Monrovia and across Liberia. At about this time, it is the weekend sports that you listen to on Liberia Champions and Premier on FM Freedom 87.9. A pleasant good afternoon and welcome to the Freedom Weekend Sports. Today is Saturday, the 14th day of the month of June, and we are still in the year 2025. We are beaming with life. It's good that indeed we are back. Healthy sign. And today, for where I am in Central Time, Monrovia, it's not a rainy day. Maybe somewhere outside of Monrovia or some part of Monrovia is raining. But we have a cool sunny day in Central Time, Monrovia. The weekend sports comes away every Saturday with me, your regular presenter, Thomas Koju Rolak. And we talk nothing but sports in Liberia. We talk local sports. And this time we have decided to be chipping in with some foreign sports. Many of our followers are concerned. Say, Thomas, sometimes just talk about some foreign sports. We know you love to promote local sports, but this is the weekend sports. We talk nothing but local sports, and we will pass it up with some foreign sports. Coming up this afternoon on the weekend sports, Francis Grandpa Doe, Liberian international forward, is expected to arrive in Liberia between the 24th or the 25th of this month, June, to complete his signing with First Division champions FC Fasel in an effort to beef up their team for the CAF Champions League and the domestic league for 2025-2026 in Liberia. I was able to speak with Grandpa Do this morning from a base in Malaysia. The Carlsberg International Cup report we're getting so far from the CEO of Shatter Angels, Ms. Benito Ure. The tournament will not go on. The second edition was expected to be held in Liberia, but we're getting some news that she will confirm. Maybe she will speak with us on the radio, but she has promised to address the press in the coming days to give us some details. But we have been doing our own background investigation about reason why the second edition of the competition won't be held in Liberia. The first time it was held in Kingdom and Sierra Leone, and kudos to the Liberian team, Shatter Angels, who went as far as Sierra Leone to bring back the trophy to Liberia. It's on the weekend sports with me, Thomas Kojo Rolak. The Liberia Football Association appeal committee summarized after mounting calls and pressure from football enthusiasts and fans who are following the sports. They have lifted the suspension on Grace Weah, president of Determined Girls, a club that play in the top tier of women football in Liberia. This time, they lifted the 12-month suspension and the 50,000 fine her for statement she made after the awards ceremony that was held in 2024. But the committee says she will pay 150,000 and that she will also issue an open apology that will be published in 3 local dailies in Liberia. Report and confirmed from the local football house and the Waffles committee that Waffle postponed the Under 20 championship that was expected to be held in Accra, Ghana. So that competition has been postponed. Well, we don't have a definite time when it will take place. It is all right yet on the weekend sports with me, Thomas Kojo Rolak. In basketball, Mighty Barrow bounced back to winning ways. They collected a win during the course of this week against their rivals, MPA Patterns, at the Basketball Gymnasium in Painesville. It was a tough game. Barrow dominated the first, second, and third quarter. But the fourth quarter, they were given time to run for their money and while being on the court against MPA Patterns. Patton, who suffered early tractions in the first, second, and third quarter, bounced back. It was on the heel of winning the Rollers, but the Rollers went on to win against Python. It's on the weekend sports. And Wele T-Bai, known as Well Jogba, is the first female in Liberia history when it comes to basketball to lead a team to win over 100 points in the top tier of Liberian basketball. Remember, she's the first female to coach in the top tier of Liberian basketball, and this time she has set another history, being the first female and the first coach in the 2025 Liberia Basketball Association National League season to win over 100 points. She got that, or she achieved the feat after her team Spartaco got a handsome 1-1 win to 38 over Banaville Dragons on Friday night inside the SKD Sports Complex Basketball Gymnasium. It's right here on the weekend sports with me, your regular presenter Thomas Kojo Rolak. And in foreign sports, the WAFCON, that's the Women Africa Cup of Nations, is set to kick off on the 5th of July and will run up to the 26th of July when Liberia will be celebrating an Independence Day celebration. That tournament will take place in Egypt, Cairo, and the big guns will be there. Liberia will not be participating in the competition, but guess what? Liberia will be represented in the competition. Hannah Moses, a female referee in Liberia, a female lance in Liberia, will be in the competition. She was selected by the committee responsible to select referees to participate in the Women's Africa Cup of Nations that will take place in Cairo. Good news for her, and good news for Liberia, and good news for the Liberia Football Association. Arsenal could be hailing into trouble. The Gunners in the market for striker Benjamin Sesko is on the radar of Arsenal, but German top tier and German guns and firing team from Australia, Bayern Munich, are also up for grabs, hoping to bring in Benjamin Sesko to add up to their attacking missionaries ahead of the upcoming league season. So Arsenal get top rivals now. Bayern Munich out there want to bring in Benjamin Sesko. His club RB Leipzig is asking Arsenal to pay 95 million, and the Ghana is prepared to pay that money. It is Arsenal and their coach Mikel Arteta target this season to bring in Benjamin Sesko for 95 million. But Gugara, who plays for the Swedish national team, will cost Arsenal a little over 65 million. But the Gunners not looking in that direction. Manchester City, Manchester United is also in the market to bring in Straka to replace their current striker, who is on the radar of Inter Milan. Gugara could be heading to Manchester United, but report we're getting so far from Sky Sports in Portugal, there is no early negotiation from the Gunners or the Red Devils of England. That's Manchester United and Arsenal. And the FIFA Club World Cup set to kick off early tomorrow morning, 12 a.m. Liberian will say midnight Saturday. Yes, the FIFA Club World Cup will kick off late tonight, but that will be on Sunday morning, the 15th day of the month of June. The FIFA Club World Cup will kick off in the United States of America. One of the representatives from Africa, Air Ali of Egypt, will go against Leo Messi into Miami, and that game promises to be a firing one. And on the weekend sports this afternoon, our guest is the former assistant minister at the Ministry of State, a former vice president for administration at the Liberia Basketball Association, and chairperson of the Grieving Ethics Committee currently at the Liberia Basketball Association. James Emmanuel Porter will be my guest. Maybe he'll come in studio or we'll talk on the line. He promised to come in studio. If it is not possible, we'll hook up with him on the line. He will be our guest on the weekend sports. Or it's right there on Freedom 87.9 with me, Thomas Rolak, your usual presenter. This break, when we come back, we'll clear our desk. Then we'll talk to our guest, James Emmanuel Porter. No time to waste. That bring you the top stories we have on our plate this afternoon, beginning with basketball, where the T-Bar head coach of newly promoted Division 1 club Spartakor has made name for herself in Liberian basketball by writing another history after becoming the first female coach to lead a team to score more than 100 points in a single game in the Liberia Basketball Association League that has been in existence for over 3 decades. I'm talking about over 30 years. Popularly known as World Drogba, Bar accommodated defeat on Friday, 13 June, when Spartakor dismantled Banafit Dragons 101-38 inside the Semikanto Sports Complex Basketball Gymnasium. The video marked the club's 4th win of the season, including a big win over top-tier teams like Mate Barrow and Bourgeois. Spartakor dominance is not only the groundbreaking achievement honored by leadership. She went on May the 30th to whip reigning champions Mate Barrow and becoming the first female coach in the history of Liberian basketball to guide a team to get a successful win over Mate Barrow. Stay with more basketball development. Mate Barrow bounced back from defeat after suffering a defeat to Spartakor midway into the early kickoff of the league season. The Rollers on Thursday of this week defeated one of their rivals, MPA Patons, 63-59 points on Thursday of this week. The video will mark Mate Barrow's second win in their last 5 games. And that's it for basketball so far. And the basketball games will continue on today and tomorrow at the basketball gymnasium. That bring you football development. There was this news from some sports journalists across Liberia that 2 of Liberian leading figures who are playing out there, Oscar Dolet and Samson Dwyer, are being chased by top clubs across Europe. Liberian footballer Oscar Dolet and Samson Dwyer are generating major transfer attention across Europe with top-tier football clubs from Germany, Spain, France, Turkey, and England reportedly showing interest in the Liberian dude. Slavad Praha, the current club of Liberian international and captain Oscar Dolet, is now open to selling the midfielder this summer. The Czech Republic Giants are said to be impressed with the rise of young Nigerian midfielder who was brought in to step in for Oscar Dolet. David Moses. Moses made his debut for the club in a 2-0 win in the league during the just ended 2024-2025 campaign in Czech Republic. Dolet, 26, has been a pivotal figure at Slava Prague since joining the club in 2019. With his contract nearing its end and new challenges backing up, several clubs across Europe, including Galatasaray, SC Wolf and Freiburg, Ivan Frankfurt, and among others, are all interested in bringing in the Liberian midfielder to beef up their team. Meanwhile, 23-year-old Samson Dua is also attracting international attention after breaking through with the club Vitória Piazzind. The former LPRC Oilers defender recorded a total of 53 defensive help work known as the Jews while playing for a new club, German side Wolfsburg, in French club. Stadiums are both interested in having the Liberian international. Also being told that Sheffield United and Leicester City of the English Championship are also targeting Samson Dueto are up to their team. Let's get this one. Very shortly, we'll get our guest. I get this one. Liberian international referee Hannah Mosey has been making history for herself and history for Liberian officiator when it comes to football. She has been selected by the Total Women's Africa Cup of Nations, the WAFCON, for 2025, a milestone that hails as a major breakthrough for women participating in sports across Liberia. The Confederation of African Football confirmed her inclusion following a rigorous elite women referees preparation course here in Egypt, Cairo, in May. So Hannah Mosey has been selected as one of the officiating members that will participate in the WAFCON tournament, expected to take place from July 5 to 26 in Egypt. And not Egypt, pardon, in Morocco. So the power hall of women football in Africa, Nigeria, 11th champions will be there. Equatorial Guinea will be there, and South Africa, who have won the trophy just a single time, will be there. And the bombs currently bombing West Africa, it is the Taranga Lions of Senegal. They will be there. So Liberia national team will not be there, but a Liberian will be in the competition. Hannah Moses, congratulations to her, and congratulations to all referees across Liberia. The Liberia Football Association Appeal Committee has lifted the 1-year suspension on Grace Harawia, president of Upper Women's Division Champions Determined Girls, following a successful appeal. After a thorough review, the Appeal Committee concluded that while the initial ruling by the LFA's Grievance and Disciplinary Committee was something that sounded harsh, they believe that the 12-month suspension was too harsh following the first offense, where was suspended after Determined Girls, after she was found guilty for making false and misleading public statement regarding the LFA 2024 awards voting process in a social media post that was later deleted by her. She alleged that players were robbed by the Football Association after they showed brilliant performances during the 2023-2024 Football League season in Liberia. Since then, she has apologized. Now, the Football Association Appeal Committee is asking her to pay $150,000 Liberian dollars and made an open apology in 3 newspapers: the Front Page Africa, the Daily Observer, and I think the Inquirer newspaper. I stand to be corrected on this one. Yes, pardon me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm getting it quite correct in this one. The West African Football Union has announced the indefinite postponement of the maiden editions of the Zone A and Zone B Under 20 Men's Championship, which was originally scheduled to kick off on 15 June in Accra, Ghana. Liberia Football Association confirmed the decision on Monday, informing players and technical staff in the team camp at the George Weah Technical Center to return to their respective homes until further notice. Liberia Football Association Vice President Mustafa Raji is one of the vice presidents for WAFU. Maybe he got this new ever since, but he's keeping it to his chest. We don't know so far. Grandpa Doe is coming to town. when FC Fascia is beefing up that team to welcome Francis Grampado. Liberian striker Francis Grampado will arrive in Monrovia between the 24th to the 25th of June to complete his transfer move to FC Fascia. The 39-year-old forward will finalize a deal before beginning training with FC Fascia, the reigning champions of the 2024-2025 Liberia Football Association Top Division League. Though has been a long-term target for the soccer missionaries who are looking to strengthen their squad ahead of the upcoming CAF Champions League and the 2025-2026 domestic league season in Liberia. When the transfer is completed, though experience and goal-scoring ability are expected to boost FC Fascia ambitions in both continental and domestic competitions. The last time Francis Grampado played competitive games was in 2020 for Immigration FC, a team in Malaysia. I spoke with Grampado this morning. He was to be on the show this afternoon to talk more, but informed me that, hey, Thomas, we have games later this afternoon in Malaysia, so I want to do some run around, but I can show you hopefully next week. I will be prepared to talk more about this. And former Liberian captain, former Liberian international Marcus Macaulay, who now plays for Leicester FC, posted on social media earlier this morning praising football legend and ex-president George Weah for paying the school fee of his daughter Sumado Atoma. Should that one be exposed? Yes, Marcus Macaulay is a sportsman. He plays in the top tier of Liberian football for Leicester FC. He's a former player of the national. As a matter of fact, he has not resigned. He's a player of the national team of Liberia. He there praising football icon, Liberia icon, the icon of African football, George Weah, for paying the fees of his daughter. That's good. Congratulations to Marcus Macaulay, and that's a bravo to football legend George Weah for coming to the aid of Marcus Macaulay for paying his daughter's school fee. Now we run you through what you need to know on the international scene. Then we can hear from our guest. Our guest is, should we start up with this one? Yeah. Let me say good afternoon to all of you who are following the weekend's post. My man, what the guy name? Jefferson Sesu, I think he's from where? Newtown. That guy is regular follow. Good afternoon. Same though, a big fan of Arsenal is also following. Good afternoon. MS Stages Glasgow. Good afternoon. I'm trying to get this international story. Yeah, man. You know, I'm not ready. Yeah. Anyway, let me get it. The FIFA Club World Cup will kick off tomorrow morning, 12 a.m. Liberian man will say midnight. We'll sit down in front of the TV. One of the representatives from Africa, Ali, will be there with Inter Miami, Leo Messi, Inter Miami. Bayern Munich in Oakland City, we will play the second game tomorrow, 4 p.m. Paris Saint-Germain against Atletico Madrid, 7 p.m. Somebody asking Thomas, we are a bit about the FIFA Club World Cup. Yes, this is what I want to do. A bit. The FIFA Club World Cup is an international men's football competition organized by the Federation International Football Association FIFA and the Sports Global, who is the sports governing body. The competition was first contested in 2000 as the FIFA Club World Championship. It was not held from 2001 to 2004 due to a combination of factors, including the collapse of FIFA marketing partners, international sports, and among others. It returned in 2005 as an annual competition to 2023, following the 2023. I'm not getting this wrong. Yeah, bear with me, folks. Bear with me. I see my man, nearly atomic flame Messi, who determines the pace of a game and he determines how a game should come to an end. It's right here on my screen, preparing for the FIFA Club World Cup. FIFA President Gianni Infantino will be there with others. I'm being told CAF President will also be around to grace the occasion. Patrice Motsepe. So it's good. Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa is one of the teams representing Africa. We hope that one of these days we can see our own a club from Liberia participate in the competition. But before a club from Liberia participate, you must go on, and on to have a decent representation in the CAF Champions League. A decent representation could be by winning the championship. Maybe, I believe it's coming soon. Very soon we'll be in a group stage. FC Fasio and other clubs are out there. Black Men Warriors and other clubs. FC Fasio, Liska, Madabaro, Invisible 11, and other clubs are out there. They can do it. They can get it. They can get a job done. But this time it is FC Fasio who will be representing Liberia in the CAF Champions League. Where is former Minister Emmanuel Porter? Porter, where are you? I'm prepared to pick you at about this time. I'm told you are not coming in studio, but I'm prepared to pick you. Emmanuel Porter, where are you? Chairperson of the Grievance and Ethics Committee of the Liberia Basketball Association. He has asked me. Benjamin Sisko of RB Leipzig could be hailing to German heavyweight Bayern Munich. Arsenal making some fun. They may not prepare yet. Benjamin Sisko will cost Bayern Munich 75 million if RB Leipzig agree to let the player go. He is Arsenal main transfer target, but now Bayern are reportedly interested in bringing the player to the arena. Bayern Munich reported a whole and here interest of recent in signing Benjamin Sisko as the long-term replacement for Harry Kane. Can you imagine they want to replace Harry Kane so far? Kane, who is busting the net from corners to corner. The Bundesliga champions were keen on him last season and are still considering a swap for RB Leipzig striker, who is also a top target for Arsenal. Sisko is being priced at 75 million after a prolific couple of seasons with the German side. With 22 years old, back in 21 goals. Last campaign, they say he scored 21 goals. Why can Arsenal now run for Gugores, who has scored over 94 goals in 104 games, 97 goals in 104 games for RB Leipzig in over 2 seasons. It is the weekend sports. I'm here. Let me take a break. When I come back, I will talk to my guest on the line with me, Thomas Kojoruola. Emmanuel Porter is my guest. This break.
One hour, we are here waiting. We are here to tell the boys for LFA, because I want to do anything to allow us in. We are frustrated. LFA is nothing. They are zero. One hour, we are here waiting. We are here to tell the boys for LFA, because I want to do anything to allow us in. We are frustrated. LFA is nothing. They are zero. One hour, we are here waiting. We are here to tell the boys for LFA, because I want to do anything to allow us in. We are frustrated. LFA is nothing. They are zero.
It's everything like he was not sold. But why? Who because there is a rumor that John Williams didn't want Chester. Rumor that indiscipline and indiscipline started from that Chester. When we try to, you see Joseph playing the team where Oliver McCall, Prince D, welcome on the track then. Up to 3 o'clock in the morning, people were calling. You put it on the field, and then they came when they say you won't come. Last Charlie said the must play. Remember, we come with 5 years. I go for testing our week.
Mami telebae, masukua, emo mari tele.
You got frustrated. More than 1 hour. We are here waiting. We are here to tell the boys. For LFA, because I want to do anything.
I don't know who is actually behind this, but this interview was done in Ghana. Somebody said, Tomo, you are there. This interview was done in Ghana. And I love the guys. They are so passionate about football in Liberia. Listen to them. People will take Emmanuel Porter.
More than 1 hour. We are here waiting. We are here to You got frustrated. More than 1 hour. We are here waiting. We are here to tell the boys. For LFA, because I want to do anything to allow us eat. We are frustrated. LFA is nothing. They are zero.
So Liberia were preparing to take on Cape Verde. The players in Ghana were making their way. You know, certain time the band escape, so the players were making their way. So you had Liberian fans coming from Kumasi, coming from Taklade, coming from other area to go to the national stadium in Accra to watch the game. And they just started to make some allegation that LFA I won't do nothing for them. But we have Emmanuel Porter, Minister Porter, former Minister Porter, former Vice President for Administration of the Liberia Basketball Association, Chairperson of the Grievance and Ethics Committee. Good afternoon and welcome to the Weekend Post. Firstly, why is it you not in studio with me?
Thomas, I want to say thank you for your appointment and opportunity. I apologize. Like I said to you, I went all the time to some personal business, and then, that was the reason. But I promise next Saturday I will be in studio with you.
How's life, my man? It's been a long time. You had to see.
Life is going good. In our opposition life, we're grateful to God for everything. I mean, life is going good.
When you say opposition life, you supported the administration of Samukai at the FBA, or you talking about national politics?
I'm talking about national politics. Yeah, even though I supported Samukai, but then I'm disappointed in Samukai at the moment. So I see myself as an opposition to leadership now.
We'll talk about that disappointment. Firstly, let's know your role as chairperson of the Grievance and Ethics Committee. What are you doing out there?
So, as the chairperson of the Grievance and Ethics Committee, we look into matters that related to ethical issues of the Liberia Basketball Association when it comes to protest, when it comes to the rules being broken by players or by stakeholders or by teams. So, as the Grievance and Ethics chair in the committee, we look into that to make sure things are going the very way ethically in the Basketball Association.
You have been raising some red flags of recent. Tell more about that red flag, Porter.
It's not about red flag, it's about accountability. There's no organization that runs without accountability.
Okay.
The fact that our doors are open is open because of stakeholders of the Liberia Basketball Associations. Okay. Those presidents of the club that pay the money, that pay the players' fees, that transport the players day in, day out to practices and to games, those are the people we need to account to for each and every year because our constitution is very
But are you there?
of Congress
Okay.
and report to the stakeholders from Liberia Basketball team.
Okay. And are you saying Congress you have to be held?
You come in the program.
But and so far so good. I would love to know if since the Samukai administration took over, we have witnessed or you people witnessed the issue of a Congress.
No. Since the Samukai administration took over, there have been no Congress, and then specifically, personally, I've raised flag that Liberia Basketball Association leadership has to report to the basketball stakeholders, and up to now, we have not heard Congress. So that is taking me into another level to either put up injunction or state order on the leadership of the Liberia Basketball Association head of our president. Ibrahim Samukai go to Congress.
What the Constitution of the LBA says about Congress? When Congress should be held?
Congress should be held once a year. Once a year. So when you say once a year, you talk from January to December. It's a year. So once a year, we must have Congress to report to our stakeholders.
And as chair of the Grievance and Ethics Committee, have you one day raised this issue with the others, the leadership, to call them to call their attention?
The last issue that I raised and I was pleaded to hold on was the live EC meeting of mistaken. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's either April 17 or April 18. At Vision Club on the 14th Street. We have a Congress and East Side. The committee is the highest decision-making body of the Liberia Basketball Association apart from Congress. So we had a meeting, and then in that meeting we agreed that we have all financial report coming into the executive committee the 2nd of May. And then on the 3rd of May we should have had a meeting to determine the date that we have Congress. So if you're looking at May 2nd, today is June 14th. It's also been 2 months and some days. And then I feel that some of the administration we don't want it to give us financial report, probably maybe because of financial malpractices allegedly. All right, so probably that was holding them from going to report today's thing. So I want to be on record today that I, as chairman of the Grievance and Ethics Committee, member of the executive committee of the Liberia Basketball Association, is raising the issue. Today or tomorrow, I will want to contest to be the president of the Liberia Basketball Association. I don't want history to judge for leadership that don't want to give financial report.
Is it what exactly the financial report about? Is it international travels? Is it about hosting the national tournament, or is it just about the basketball league?
So the financial report is a very big one. So assuming last year, let's take for example last year we had the government of Liberia supporting our under 18 team, both male and female that traveled. Oh yeah, but Coach was part of the delegation.
Yeah.
My personal family vacation for my family, my wife and my kids. I met the Liberia under 18 team at Abidjan, and I watched the game. So I saw you there. So he was part of that. So since that time, since the team came from Ivory Coast, we yet to receive financial report for the under 18. We yet to receive financial report for the zone 3 women tournament that Liberia hosted that year. We yet to see financial report from the National League. We yet to see financial report. So it tells you that the administration of Tonga don't want to be accountable.
But have you reached out to the financial arm of the FBA? Because what I do know, before you get additional,
I can share with you all our chats from the EC to tell you how many times we've been asking for this report, and the report cannot come. Executive committee member Samuel Buru has asked. Executive committee member Ibrahim Dori have asked, and that's up to now we can't get financial report.
How come is it the government still giving money? Because I know before you get additional money or new money, you must provide report of what I was giving you previously, and how did you use it? Do we get additional money or new money? Since the team went to Ivory Coast, I traveled with them as one of the journalists. Since we came back, another international tournament was held. So how come they got additional fundings with our report like the election?
No. So the other international tournament that was held, it was held under the auspices of the Zone 3 winning tournament on FABA. So all the countries that came to Liberia, all the countries paid for the participation. So like the teams that participated in the league, our local team paid for the participation. So it was not being sponsored by the Liberian government. It was all sponsored by the individual teams that came to the country.
So are you saying the government didn't give a cent for that tournament, or at least help?
No, I can't speak to that. But what I do know that it was sponsored by the teams themselves.
What the executive committee of the LBA doing about this issue? Lack of financial report, lack of Congress, and other issues you're raising at the airport.
Come on, the executive committee comprises of 21 person. So within the executive committee, not everybody will talk about accountability. So President Samaga got some people he appointed. So they will start with him when it comes to accountability. For me, he appointed me. For me, I supported him to become the president of the Liberia Basketball Association. But I stand on one thing: I stand on principle and I stand on accountability, because accountability is the bedrock of every athletic institution.
Somebody will say it's too early to be raising some of these issues with somebody that you voiced for, because I was at the Golden Key Hotel the last time. The former SG and you got in serious altercation, and you was there defending some guy.
Yeah, exactly. So it tells you how I went to the length of which I went to make sure someone could become the president of the Liberia Basketball Association. I and Peter had a war among one another at the point where we were like into serious altercation at the point of probably wanting to fight. So it tells you how I supported this man. And because I supported him based on the fact that I knew he was coming to be accountable to our stakeholders. But today, I'm seeing something contrary. He don't want to be accountable to our stakeholder. And it's wrong, it's sad for our basketball stakeholders that spend the money each and every day that to just let them know we say XYZ with finances, we say XYZ to win the league. It's so and it's sad. It's so disappointing.
But what do you think is the reason why the LBA do not want to give report out there? And they do not want the whole content. What do you think is the reason?
Gojo, I'm a student of finance. So come on. If Women Sensayo asks you to give you a report every Saturday after your show, if you're not doing nothing crazy or nothing shit, you will give the report to Women Sensayo as he acts. So probably unless maybe there's some financial malpractice. So that's why I'm holding on to all the financial reports.
What can we do now to resolve this issue?
No, I've tried for the last month, and then I've figured out that the leadership don't want her. So I resorted into going to court to put a stakeholder on the National League because our constitution is very clear that we must report to our stakeholder once a year. So I'm very clear. I talked to my lawyer last night, and then once I get in time, I will meet my lawyer because he wanted to see the hard copy of our constitution so we can be able to take it from there. Probably this week I should be putting I will be putting a still order on that league. I can tell you the time, but I will come. I know I'm invisible, so I will come invisible.
Are you not concerned about the future of the young players who are playing?
No, I do concern of the future of the young players because 1999 when George Weah saw me as a young guy playing basketball, Fitterbert Brown was accountable to the stakeholders of basketball. It was because Brock Cooper was accountable to the stakeholders of basketball that made some of us today play basketball to the zenith. So when you want to be president of the Liberia Basketball Association, you should be accountable. Accountability is key. So the kids will play basketball. So I just want the leadership to be put to the president. Every day, Coach, you call my team Raiders. My team won championship. We played 37 games. We lost 2 in the finals and won 35 games in the entire league season. You know how much money I spent that season? It's a lot. Did I get about from the LBA, from the Getting Tech? No, I did not. But you know what? It was all because of law for basketball. So we should be able to report to those people that spend their hard-earned money.
You're talking about the law for basketball. You're talking about the kids who play shooting kids.
Sure.
Or what happened if the state order runs for close to 6-7 months? It means there'll be no basketball league for this.
So if the state order will run for 6 to 7 months, I would galvanize the president of the club to get no confidence in the leadership about basketball association.
A leadership that you
must not report to our stakeholders.
A leadership you fought for?
I agree. That's the leadership I fought for. So I fought because I knew the president would have been accountable, but today he's not accountable. So then, come on, Kojo.
Is there a bad blood between?
I've been talking for the last 8 months.
Is there a bad blood between you and the president? Is there a bad blood between you and the president? Is there a bad blood?
There's no bad blood between Samaka and I. I made Samaka president. I fought for Samaka. I spent my sweat, my brain, my resources behind Samaka to be president. So there's no between us. I just want him to be accountable to basketball.
We're getting this report that Emmanuel Porter is now being linked with Jake Abakoli.
Come on. Jake is my big brother, but Jake and myself don't have no link when it comes to basketball. Jake comes from the Ruling United Party, and of course, I come from the Revolutionary Congress of Democratic Change. So we have no absolutely nothing in common that with John Foster for me in the person of God. For me, I'm doing it based on accountability.
Emmanuel, let's talk about other things. Recently, Liberia participated in the congress that was held in Qatar, Doha. What is the impression of Liberia going out there?
Yes, because since Liberia also was recognized by just open up to Liberia, and then the congress was held. Our president went to Congress, but then no report from Congress. So it's the simple thing that you come back to the other report. Even if you travel, the president is not in the country, but at least you read a in in our easy chair and say, look, the Congress will this, the Congress will that, so we know. But up to now, no, we haven't got any report. But then we appreciate Faba for stepping in and helping like by all she's doing today. Faba was able to even give us the Jordan Ayo camp that we have our young people that went to the camp. So Faba is doing good.
So
the collaboration between Liberia Basketball Association
so does it mean that the long dispute has come to an end despite Jacob Akoli and his team still see this leadership as illegal leadership?
Yeah, so then yes, I can just say yes because Jake took the Liberia Basketball Association took the coach, and there was many from the coach in the election commission went through what the court asked them to do, and they came up with the funding, and the LBL leadership went back to court, and there was the ruling to the court. So that crisis has been put to bed.
So going at the International Congress now settles the dust. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sure.
Settle the dust.
Yeah, sure.
Before we go to the line and enter out of our colors, is there something you want to talk about specifically? Probably. I didn't ask you about it.
Not specifically. I mean, basketball is doing good. The kids are playing well. They are doing good. The league is running on time, so everything is okay.
But Potter, you say the league is doing good. Everything going on fine, but you want to put a stay all on the league. Is it that a total contradiction?
Because of accountability, it's because of financial accountability. The leadership of the Liberia Basketball Association don't want to be accountable.
But don't you think if there was a serious financial issues out there, somebody eating the money somewhere, don't you think by now we wouldn't have had a league? Don't you think about that?
No, Coach, when somebody is allegedly maybe mismanaging finances, it doesn't mean that the league will not open. Mind you, team have to register. This year, the executive committee, few members of the executive committee, because it was not all of us that took raised fees up $300. So mind you, we raised a lot of money. The chairman says on the telephone, the chairman of the league, Family is having an issue the way in which the registration prices went, because a lot of teams is raising concerns about the registration. Like the MPA partner is protesting that Mighty Barrow fielded 6 foreign players, and our rules for 2025 saying each team has the leverage to register 5 foreign players.
The rules are distributed to all of you before the league season kicks off? No money?
Yeah, sure. Sure, that is done. To all the teams and to the executive committee. Because all the presidents are in one chat room. Okay. So maybe those rules and regulations are circulated in the WhatsApp chat room where other than see or sometimes given to hard copy.
Do you have a team in the league covering it?
Come again?
Do you have a team in the league covering it?
No, I don't.
Why? Why decided to pull out?
Because when my team qualified to the first division, all my guys decided to go to play second division because of the county meet. Because the national county meet takes a lot of second division players, and they never wanted to. But then I'm restructuring for next season.
Didn't you sign contract with the players?
Oh, bro, you just sign just 2 or 3 years contract with the players. It doesn't matter if they don't want to go to the first division. You can't force them.
But you sign a contract, and what happened if they still get contract with your team or with you? And then
no, for me personally, I waived them. So I was not the owner of the team. Mrs. Matilda Nana Ajab Opon Porter was the president of the team. Mr. James Mauro Porter Jr. was the vice president of the team. So they took the decision, and I wanted to back them up.
So do you expect to see a team flying your color that Porter will be president for or CEO for next season in the league?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Mr. Porter, let's go to the line and interact with our followers. I don't know if you're following the show by radio or by whatever means. Call us on 0776 104 104, 0776 104 104, 086 500 104. We're talking basketball this afternoon. We have James Emmanuel Porter, former vice president for administration at the Liberia Basketball Association. He's the current chairperson of the Given Ethics Committee. He's raising some serious issue with the current leadership, headed by Ibrahim Samukai. Lack of Congress. He's alleging that they have not had Congress. He's also alleging that financial report is yet to be done. We hope Mr. Calvin Dees, the Secretary General of the Liberia Basketball Association is following, and he can phone us in so we can hear from him. This person slip off. Call us on 0776 104 104. 0776 104 104. 0886 500 104. You'll be live on the Freedom Weekend Sports. Emmanuel Porter, head of committee, the Grievance and Ethics Committee is my guest. He's talking a lot here. We hope Calvin this can call, or maybe someone from the financial arm of the FBA can call and give us some clarity. I'm trying to reach out to Mr. Dix, but it's difficult. Call us on 0776 104 104. 0776 104 104. Let me pick up this person from right here. This is our first call. Good morning. Oh, good afternoon.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, brother. Your name, where you join us from? Welcome.
So the issue of our Liberian forward.
We're talking basketball. We are talking basketball. We're not talking about football today. We're talking basketball. Okay. Call us on 0776 104 104. 0776 104 104. 0886 500 104. Porter, honor your leadership, serving as vice president. You made a lot of revolution out there. You talk about a lot of things. You say, honor your leadership. The NVB are going to work out with car. They didn't see that. Why would they didn't see that?
Gojo, you saw honorable leadership as the vice president of administration. I think already the Liberia Basketball Association Sports Commission. You saw that. So if I could spend almost $14,000 to $15,000 of my own money, I couldn't have a car. At the time, we have a crisis, and that season where I say I would have bought a car for it. We have a crisis again. We had to go to election that year, and you covered the election process. So those were factors that the MPP did not receive the car from me.
You have any intention to contest or ambition of contesting for the presidency in the coming years? Do you?
In the future, I will do. In the future, I will do.
Call us on 0776 104 104 07. The basketball man here. 0776 104. Well, all the men be beating me. Call me on 0776. The top 9 like go. People managing the career. The men beating me the call back. We have less than 5 minutes. Porter, let's just take your closing statement. Then we'll talk about some other issues. Let me just take your closing statement.
So, it's always a pleasure being on your platform. It's always a pleasure talking to you, Father. Again, I want to say thank you for affording me that opportunity. And I want to see accountability within the leadership structure of the Liberia Basketball Association. So I will go all out my way to make sure that the Abraham Samaka leadership accounts to our stakeholders, because without our stakeholders, our basketball doors cannot be open. So I'll make sure that they report to our stakeholders. I'll make sure that they call a Congress to make sure that they report for last yearly season that in it with all the financial reports that we've been talking about, we've been asking for. I will make sure in my way possible that those reports that we are talking about come to fruition and Congress will be out.
Thank you, Porter. We will talk right after the show. I will call you. Thank you.
No problem. The lines are always open.
Okay. Emmanuel Porter, former vice president for administration of the Liberia Basketball Association, and he's the current chair of the Grievance Ethics Committee. They're talking to us about some basketball issues in Liberia. We have roughly 5 minutes to be here on the weekend sports with me, Thomas Kojo. Like I told you, the Carysburg International Cup will not be held. The second edition will not go on in Liberia. This is due to some political reason. Information, investigation, what I have done so far, information I have collected, investigation I have done, it is due to some political reason. Somebody has been told that because you support SYZ, your competition, your pre-season tournament will not go on in Liberia. It is political, and this is getting bad and worse. And just ahead of the Football Association election in Liberia in April of 2026, too many things will be happening. If club president, club owners, stakeholders do not put their feet down, they will be caught in the web for too many things. Look at what happened to Master Queen, Grace Weah, Wale knew across Liberia, Master Queen. She made a statement. Yes, anybody could be angry. Yes, anybody could be angry after an award ceremony when you feel that you as an individual deserve to win, or when you feel that those that play for you winning the championship doing XYZ deserve to win and they fail to win, they not win. Even though the voting process, quote unquote, they say it was transparent, free, fair, and transparent, you will voice your anger. Anybody get angry and make some statement. But there is a clause that say you just don't make false alarm. You don't make statement against the Football Association. You'll be fined. You'll be suspended. But somebody stood in Congress and told congressional members and journalists that people chasing their life, people chasing their children, they will resist with fire for fire. Oh, they will resist. Is it a false alarm? There is no evidence that somebody chasing somebody children will fire for fire issue, that indeed they've been sitting quiet in the corner and they will resist. They went and found a woman, 50,000, they suspended her for 1 year. And that first offense will know first offense that 50,000 fine. If the person failed to live up to what the fine says, you go for a second offense or you go in deeper. But the clarity, the rules on the book also says the committee can take action based on what you did. I don't know if what Master Queen or Grace Weah did amounted to the point that indeed she should be suspended from all football-related activities. The disciplinary committee took that decision, and the appeal committee came right back, because I can recall when Grace Weah did that post on social media, I was one of the first journalists that wrote a story, a controversial Klaus LFA award ceremony. That was the title of the story I wrote for the Liberian Investigator that was also published on All Africa News. All Africa is a news site that features stories from across the continent of Africa. I can recall, I'm not bragging about it, but I was the first journalist that wrote a piece talking about what she said. Yes, after months, the league ended. New league season started and ended successfully. They came back, they say she was suspended. Political reason, people will be suspended. When clubs owner are not mindful, many of you are not mindful, the election are coming. You have to send your brother or your sister to go vote. Many of you, if you're not mindful, if you not follow the rules on the book, when I say mindful, I'm trying to tell you, say, oh, you should go attack the FA or no. The rules are on the book. If you're not mindful the way you speak, the way you conduct yourself, the way you speak, because the FA say false alarm, they will find 50,000. 50,000 is small money. Anybody can work and pay that money. You can find Emma Glasgow that money, you'll pay tomorrow morning. Or you'll be right to the area and pay the money. But if they suspend you for 1 year, who go in the election, that voting right, you don't get it. Your club will be there, you'll send your relative. You don't trust your relative when it comes to voting. You certainly need to be there. You need to be there. You can, you are all of you who are following are living testimony. You can call for a separate meeting. We'll go to the Congress, will vote no to the budget. 20 president or 25 president will be in that separate meetings, scrutinizing ideas. But when you go to the Congress, sitting in front of the president and other congressional members, you are 20, 22, 23. But those that will say no to the budget, I am not in support of people saying no to the budget. Neither people saying yes to the budget. But you'll be 24, 25 that will plan to say will say no to the budget. But when you get there, those that can vote to say no to the budget can be 12. Surprisingly, people who are even clubs owners who work in your shadows or in the shadows of another person who wants to be president or vice president, who eat and wine and dine with them, will vote against them. Be mindful. Be mindful. The new league season will soon kick off. Just before I leave, the new league season will kick off very soon. Be mindful with your clubs. Jubilee part, they're gone. They're gone for good. They say they're running to cast. It's a death story. They're not coming back. Be mindful with your club. Watch the document you presented to the Football Association. I'm not saying somebody targeting you, but don't make error. Because the lead mistake you made, somebody will use it as a correction fluid. They will correct you. And they're not coming to you say, oh, FC Facia because Cassia Cole spending money, or maybe Sion Pro because MX Glasgow spending money and want a club to be in the league. No, they will not look at it that election is coming. People need vote. And most especially when you feel you want to be kangaroo against the FA will be kangaroo. My Bomeng and say Atama will stand against you. Look at the document you present him. One single player can cause you serious trouble. Look at the document you presenting. When you say carry $200 document that costs $200 that should be correct, business registration paper or whatever. Pay that $200, pay that $30, $50 you carry there, get your correct document. Don't put yourself into forgery issues that at the end of the day you pay what 10,000. A layer forgery issue. You pay 10,000, you pay them when you start crying wolf. When they ready get you, you gone for good. Stage FC is a living witness. MX Glasgow were there. They ready get that a team. Oh, I will run to the court. I will do this one. He got blood. At the end of the day, there's no more Stages FC. That was a brilliant team. That was a team that everybody wanted to see them play. I used to admire them in the striped red and white play. More especially on the Sunday when there was no work for me. I go there to watch them play. They used to play quality football. Today, they are no more. Political things are happening, and it will happen. James Diba told me one time, Thomas Kojo-Rola, you are a young sports journalist. The politics is too high. I asked him, I said, why? He said, football in Liberia, the politics in 1986 was the reason why the Brazilian coaches failed to return to Liberia after they took the team to Brazil for training. The words of James Diba. I'm quoting him directly what he told me. The politics, he said, he said the politics there in 1986, my young brother, it was the reason why the Brazilian coaches did not return to Liberia. After they took the team, the late president, those sponsored the national team to go for that training camp in Brazil. He said the politics was so high. And today the politics is still here. Be mindful as you go to the election. I would love for every one of the stakeholders to go to the election. As long as your club is not relegated, go to the election. I would love to see it. I want to see someone challenging the man who referred to himself as the integrity in chief, Mr. Mustafa Raji, the oracle. I would love to see somebody challenging him this time. The man went unopposed for the second time. I would love to see someone challenging him. The good thing is, others are standing up. You know what surprised me? The president of the Football Association has left his comfort zone. The president has left his comfort zone. When I say a comfort zone, his offices at the LFA headquarters. Last week, I was listening to one of my friend running a show. I was listening to the president speaking on that show. Two voice recording. The president was at one Atayi Center, across, I know Ghana's or Bannersville. So it's getting tough. There is no more free ride. There is no more free ride. The president has left his comfort zone. The headquarters. You go there, AC beating you every time. AC, the area can cool. I can be there. Even though they say the cost of that area is still between 1.5, 1.9. As I see somebody doesn't want to agree to the cost. But the man has left that zone now, engaging the community dwellers. Even though they do not have the voting right, but they are the ones that go to the SKD. And the stakeholders are living in their community. Yes. And they come in the community, Murphy Gray in the community, MX Glasgow in the community, Cassia Cole in the community. They may engage in the community. Going to the Atayi centers. Maybe something is wrong. That's why you're going to the Atai Center now to start to explain to sports and football lovers something is wrong. Or maybe this time he doesn't have a free ride, free entrance. When they tell me say I will pass, the principal already has shown me no matter what I tell tomorrow, you will pass. There is no need to study. Oh, yes. So the president, maybe this time he get a tough opponent. It not even maybe. For now, you get top challengers. Mr. Kasia Kuo. If Kuo passes the integrity test, it's going to be a tough challenge on the ballot box. On that fateful day in April, we'll be there. I'm urging stakeholders. And let me start with the Football Association. Keep doing what you can do best. Keep doing what you can do best. Campaign on what you think you have done for the past time. Keep doing what you can do best. If you feel that Benin Mini Stadium doing that one is actually enough, campaign on it. Football is a game of fair play, right? When the whistle blow, we play. Campaign on it. Campaign on it. Somebody targeting somebody, let's leave it. We are here for the good of football. To the opposition community, they call themselves collaborating football stakeholders. Collaborating football stakeholders. I hope you people collaborate in the interest of football. It's not just about removing Raji. When you remove the man, then you get no plan to drive football forward. Then somebody say, oh, it was no, the mayor of Benin Stadium was all lead the men there. Oh, no. Get a strategic plan. Get a plan. Yes, get something achievable. You say the head of the opposition community say, honor his watch. His first 4 years as president of the Football Association, Liberia will return to the big stage, meaning they will qualify for the AFCON finals. I hope to see that. I'm here. I want to see my darling Lone Star go to the AFCON. The man say his second term as president of the Football Association, he will do it all in his power as president, and he will love it. He will sit with the players. He will give them the needed support. He will rally government support. He will rally the support of the community dwellers to ensure that Liberia go to their first ever FIFA World Cup finals. We hope to see that. Let's work for the betterment of football in Liberia. Stop targeting people. Fire for fire. Somebody resisting for fire. Somebody chasing. Somebody cheering. Somebody throwing bomb. Somebody accusing somebody of corruption or 20 USD or something. Somebody carrying somebody to LACC. Somebody going to LACC. Someone sitting in America and Kolali with their friend to say nothing was given. Let's stop this thing and then move forward for football development in Liberia. Until I catch you next Saturday, I am Thomas Kojo Rolak. Have yourself a very pleasant Saturday. Bye-bye.